Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this webinar on fostering mindfulness by embracing a virtual world creation in Minecraft education. Today, we are privileged to have Johan van Lille, who is the brain master behind the Kiro Learner Support Unit. And the two of us, will be having a discussion about how this wonderful app called Minecraft can really enhance and help with all types of social and emotional learnings, mindfulness, how we can support your children and the learners in class by making use of an app like this. Johan, over to you.
Yes, so let's start talking about the need for emotional regulation. And before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's talk about why this is so vital. Emotional regulation isn't just a buzzword, it's an essential skill that impacts a learner's ability to absorb information, interact socially, and function optimally in a learning or any environment. Now, recent studies have shown a worrying trend of increased stress and anxiety among our young learners, which is undoubtedly a red flag for all of us involved in the learning process.
So we are just going to have a quick look at Minecraft itself. So let me just stop sharing the presentation so we can get into the app. I'm quickly going to take you through the basics of Minecraft just so that you understand what we are talking about, because it's such an amazing app, amazing virtual world where a lot of things can be created. And I see I did not change my audio settings because Minecraft has this music in the background that is always a little bit funny if you have it in your ear the whole time. Right. Let's see. It looks like we can see. Right, here we go. So Minecraft is a sandbox game with different blocks, square blocks. It's a blocky, if you ever heard about a blocky game. So this is a blocky game. And the aim of the game is, as you can see in the background with those beautiful cherry trees, is for the learners to build and play, but it's also a game where they have different challenges and achievements that they can accomplish. There is a goal at the end of the game. So on the one side, you have the Minecraft game itself that has come from 2009 and been developed as a commercial game. And then Microsoft took it over and they made it a educational game as part of the whole Minecraft set that you can use and play with. And the difference between the two is in Minecraft education, the teacher just has a little bit more control and the learners can't join all types of weird servers and chat with people not in their school group, which makes it a safe space for our learners to play in. The fun thing about this is you can still have that real Minecraft fighting, surviving and achieving different things are part of the game, or you can have the creativity, the building, the creating your own wonderful creations. So you have those two different options. When you go into the game, I'm going to jump into a world that is available to all the learners in Kiro who have a Kiro username and password. And Minecraft is free to every single learner in Kiro. So they just have to download the app and sign in with their Kiro credentials, and they can have access to all of these wonderful worlds. So let's jump into a world. I'm going to call it let's jump into one of the social emotional worlds. And I think let's go into Accessibility Park. There we go. Now, this is an example of a world that was built by learners in a school in Atlanta. And they are learners who have some type of physical disability, whether they might be in a wheelchair, amputees, learners who have problems with reaching things when they have brittle bones and all those types of situations. It's a very special school that cater to these learners with teachers that have been taught how to make sure that the learners get the education possible. But what they found is that when they move around in this big city that is Atlanta, there's no place for them to go and enjoy the city. So they started looking at something called an accessibility park, and they built an accessibility park in Minecraft. And Atlanta's district saw how amazing this was, their education district. And in the end, they asked the city council itself to build this park physically in Atlanta itself, which happened, which is so amazing. But the idea behind this game was all from the learners themselves. So you can see it is about building with blocks, all different types of blocks. You have trees, you can build massive buildings that look very real, or you can go into fantasy games as well. So in Minecraft itself, if you have something that is called an inventory. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning the inventory is just to show you the amount of different blocks, colors, shapes that are available for the learners who can play Minecraft. And you will also see, if you know anything about chemistry, there's even a chemistry set where they can do all types of experiments without blowing up the house to see what different chemicals can get up to. We have different types of glass, blocks, colors, shapes, textures. There are blocks that's got a grainy texture, that's a wool block, but then you have smooth blocks as well. You have pattern blocks. So many blocks available for the learners to use, with different skill levels also being part of the survival part. And then the most important one, I feel, or that is something that really needs to get some attention in the classroom, is what we call redstone. Now, redstone is like electricity in Minecraft, and that is where your critical thinking and your engineering skills come in. Now, Minecraft, you can build the most amazing machines, Rubber Goldstein machines, roller coasters, hidden doors, slides, anything your imagination can get up to, you can build in this game. And in the library, you will see many examples of worlds where the learners can go into these worlds. They've been created for the learners to be able to play and use. Also, most of these worlds have been created for learners from 9 all the way to grade 10, 11. If I quickly jump into computer science, most of you will know that computer science, robotics, and coding and robotics are now in all of our Kiro schools from grade R to grade 12 or grade 7, and then choosing different subjects, of course, in the high school. But when you go into these different worlds, there is a cybersecurity world right there where the learners can go learn about being cyber safe. And this is a lesson available for all learners from age 7 to 18. So you can have your grade 1 playing this game. It's still a game, but it's so much more, to learn about privacy, to learn about how to not click on different links, how the cloud works, how to keep your data secure. Small things available in this amazing app that we call Minecraft. So basically, short and sweet, Minecraft is a block-based game where learners either have to survive, that means every single block they use in Minecraft, they first have to get, the recipe for, and you have to learn the different recipes to make sure you get all the different blocks. So you can't get a wooden axe, for example, to cut down trees until you've broken a couple of blocks yourself and then know the recipe for the axe as well. Or it can be a purely building challenge, creativity, see how far your creativity can push you in this game. We will be showing you tonight about a couple of different things that you can play and expect, and also showing you some examples of how different lessons or different building techniques or even different approaches in Minecraft can help you with things like regulating emotions, handling peer pressure, and all of that. So, Johan, I'm going to jump into our PowerPoint again, and then I'm going to put you on the spot. And we're going to go on to our next part in our presentation. If I can find it in this
There we are.
craziness that I've got on at the moment. There we go. All right.
Thanks, Magdalene. It helps us to have the background to the game so that we all look over our children's shoulders while they're playing. And tonight we want you to take it to the next level. So how can Minecraft help? And we're going to show you about 10 slides of different things that Minecraft can do for you. So let's look at the first one, and it's all about emotional challenges. So we all know with increased academic pressure, social dynamics, and the complications of growing up in a digital world, learners are facing unprecedented emotional challenges on a daily basis. And Minecraft Education offers a sandbox environment, as Magdalene said, that acts as a creative and emotional outlet. So give us an example, Magdalene, of this.
So there's different challenges in Minecraft, and these challenges can also help them explore in a very safe space where they can fail and get to new heights, learn the different, just by learning the different recipes gives them a different challenge every single time. When they get to a different block, they can see that, oh, there's a new block available, and he or she needs to remember what that recipe is. The learners can be given a task in Minecraft where they can see that absolute frustration and they can feel the joy, and they can mirror all of the emotions in those real skills they actually use in real life. They will find that they get in Minecraft when they play the game. And then this virtual world also helps them manage their emotions, expressing their opinions, because it's something they enjoy doing. Gaming is something that our learners these days learn from a very young age, and giving them a safe space like Minecraft gives them a way to really deal with these emotional challenges.
So let's talk about anxiety and stress levels. I think that is something that all parents are so much aware of. And elevated stress and anxiety can really hinder your child's learning process. High levels of stress and anxiety can negatively impact your child's memory, the focus, and also comprehension, making effective learning very difficult for them. High anxiety and stress levels can look like ADHD, and that's why it's always important to determine if your anxiety and stress levels are not too high. So Minecraft Education's non-competitive and the open world nature can serve as a real therapeutic tool, offering learners a break from the traditional learning stresses. And it's a real nice thing to do even in between learning sessions, especially when they do homework.
Yeah, and an example of this can be when they are playing this game, they realize that when they break something, they can rebuild it. And that's the beauty of Minecraft, is because it's such a open world, everything you break, you can rebuild. Or the challenge in that is you can find a better way to build it. And that also helps reduce the stress levels, because you can start feeling, oh, I can actually accomplish this. This is something I can do. And it helps them also to realize that when they fail at an academic task, they can always try again and try again. Right, self-regulating skills, Johan.
Yes, so emotional self-regulation is really crucial for effective learning. So the ability to manage emotions like frustration, especially now during the exams, or even excitement, is key to maintain your focus. Sometimes the children are just so excited that they can't focus, and it affects your engagement. So these are crucial elements of effective learning, and Minecraft can play a big role here because Minecraft, you need to manage your resources and you need to plan. And these help learners to develop emotional maturity needed for those crucial decision-making skills and self-control that they need to apply playing this game.
Exactly. And one example I can give you of this is actually a very practical example. When I was still teaching, and I used Minecraft in my class a lot, and we suddenly realized that when the learners are in the same world, they sometimes feel that there's no need for them to plan, because they can just build and break as they want to. But to achieve a specific goal in the classroom or in the world that they've got, it helps them really regulate that skill development and getting to all the different achievements. When we look at something in Minecraft, which is a survival skill, so remember we talked about you've got either the building or you've got the survival. Now, one of the survival skills you need is something called netherite. Now, to get netherite is a very, very challenging prospect, but by planning, by realizing there's something you have to get to, there's certain skills you have to perfect to get to the next part, really gives them the confidence in their own way of learning, and also helps them to control the different areas where they're moving, to help with the self-control and give them a chance to really focus on their decision-making skills.
So next up, we're going to talk about holistic education, and emotional well-being is now really recognized as equally important as academic achievement. And it helps for being a well-rounded individual. So it's not only about academic skills anymore. Emotional well-being is just as important. And Minecraft education promotes this by integrating emotional intelligence elements like teamwork and empathy and all those things that are really important for emotional well-being.
Exactly. And when we come to Minecraft, there's something called multiplayer. And when the learners work together in a team, all of them are in this team together, and they need to work and collaborate and work on their sharing ideas. It's an all-encompassing area. It helps them as a team to not only regulate their own emotions, but to work on conflict. And they get all of those different elements of emotional intelligence that they need in a social situation to really make sure that they are looking after not only their own emotions, but also their friends' emotions, helping them, contributing with different ideas. And then, of course, esports is a big thing when it comes to regulating, working together in a team, making sure that you understand what the aim of the work is, and also appreciating your team members' involvement into what they are bringing to the world and to the build.
I think dealing with coping mechanisms is so important for children. Eventually, you need to outgrow your coping mechanisms, but at this point in life, it's so important because life is filled with challenges and learners need constructive coping mechanisms that they can overcome these challenges. And Minecraft is really a great way to encounter obstacles that require problem solving and an emotional balance. And it will equip them with the coping skills for real life situations. It's the ideal playground. It's the ideal sandbox environment where you can play this out and you can try your coping mechanisms out.
Very, very true. And I had a discussion recently, last Thursday, about how sometimes emotions get a little bit high when a game is lost, or a challenge is lost, and a mouse flies against the wall and a keyboard crashes against this wall. So by learning how to cope with those different losses and failed missions really helps them get more centered in themselves, and understanding that there needs to be a balance when they are playing these games. They also learn that when they respawn, there was a setback, but it's temporary, and they can overcome this if they keep persevering. And then, of course, the different levels of achievement inside the game itself gives them a chance to learn and to cope with the different challenges that is presented.
If there's one thing that we've learned from COVID is the importance of peer interactions, because when we were so isolated, a lot of these development that you usually have through your interaction with your peers could not happen. And that's why many of our children have so many emotional challenges at the moment, because they went through this in a different level than we did. So emotional intelligence often grows through social interaction. And that means interactions with your peers and teamwork situations. And these often serve as practical places where developing emotional skills and understanding can happen. Now, I can't think of a better place than Minecraft to facilitate these healthy peer-to-peer interactions where you require to work with other children to navigate various social cues, either visually or auditory. And it's all about relationships, and enhancing your emotional intelligence then happens spontaneously, Magdalene.
Well, Joanna, I completely agree, because in multiplayer situations, learners must learn to collaborate, to communicate, to complete their missions. Things like negotiation becomes important and crucial for them to have success in this project that they are busy working in. So the benefits of Minecraft for peer collaboration and teamwork is just unmentionable. There is just so much that it brings to the table, because this virtual world where they have to work together can be very lucrative for all of their social relationships than being in the physical world. It gives them a safe outlet, a safe space where they can share and really navigate these different social cues that's happening before they have to apply it in the real world.
And then we keep on talking about critical thinking, and it's all about decision making. But it's important to think about it and to realize that decision making is not just an academic skill, but it's also an emotional one. And in Minecraft education, challenges the learners to make constant choices that have consequences, and thereby then promoting both critical and emotional thinking. And that's the ideal place again to bring these two together.
Yes. And my favorite part of this is Redstone. I did mention Redstone. I get very excited about Redstone because in our esports challenges, which we call build battles, there is a specific category for Redstone for the learners to come and show their critical thinking skills, something that they had to go and puzzle out, they had to go and figure out. But if this is not working, how can they then change it? They had to go and do research to get the problem and solve that problem. It really encourages them to consider the outcome of their actions before they start making decisions. And then there's a certain level of skill learned with every little part of the game, especially when they're working with Redstone.
And then there's something that's very important that I think Minecraft helps a lot with, and that's resilience. And that's the ability to bounce back from setbacks. And I think Minecraft is just such a beautiful place to develop this, because resilience in these days that we are living in is key. In Minecraft, failing or facing challenges is part and parcel part of the game. So this is the ideal place for them to practice this resilience. And I think adaptability is the other thing that goes with resilience. And Minecraft is ideal to develop these skills.
Yes, we've spoken a little bit about or we've mentioned failing, and to fail at something inside Minecraft, where it is this very safe space where they can learn how to, something can go horribly wrong, but there's no real life consequence to that, luckily. And that just gives them a little bit of chance to help them build that adaptability. And I agree with you completely, where it's really about the adaptability, where they can learn and be encouraged about something that went wrong, because they can always fix it. They can always make a plan. There's always a way for them to really go and check it out and ask a friend for help or talk to a teacher. And my thing I always told my learners is, when you fail, just fail forward. And that is so easy to do in Minecraft.
And then let's talk about attention and focus. So emotional well-being is directly directly with learners' ability to focus. A stable emotional state directly correlates with enhanced focus and attentiveness. So tasks in Minecraft that require concentrated effort can in turn improve the learner's focus in other learning settings. And this is the ideal place to really practice the skill of focus, attention, and to be in the moment.
Yes, so Minecraft has a lot of different complex things to it, and crafting is one of those. when you are playing in Minecraft and you are flying around and you are looking at the design that you've built from different angles, and that's the awesome thing, because this is a 3D world. So they can go all around the building, and they have to pay attention to each little detail, because a block out of place makes or breaks a build. It makes the build either look amazing, or it makes it look like just a little bit weird or off. So they have to go and have that very attentive attention to detail, making sure that they follow the instructions, making sure they read the instructions. In Minecraft, you have different, they call it slabs, or they call it signs, where they have to follow different instructions. And then, of course, participating in build battles really requires from them to not only pay attention to something when it comes to size and shape, but also with color and texture and with everything they are building. And this brings us back to that, getting them to have a stable emotional state where they can be just relaxed within themselves and know for a fact that if there is something wrong, they can fix it. So by having that attention and their focus on what their aim is, really helps them just feel more comfortable in themselves and in what they are doing.
One of the aspects of Minecraft education that really excites me is this parent-teacher collaboration. This is the ideal place for parents and teachers to also collaborate with the children, but on a different platform. It will then involve different kinds of communication, and nothing prevents from parents and teachers also to communicate there and to work there together. But it helps a lot for fostering better communication and support, because the kids need to communicate in a world that they understand and they're living in, which is this digital world. They kind of more relaxed, they're more easy to communicate and to ask for support and to give feedback. So a very good platform to enhance that collaboration.
So one thing I think we as adults sometimes forget is that we are not always the best at anything. And by admitting that, you have something in common with your child. And I must say, as a teacher, I haven't learned a lot from other peers, but I've learned 10,000 times as much from the learners in my class about Minecraft. And by collaborating with my learners in the classroom, I really had that way to talk to my learners and to show them, and to see the achievements and the interactions within the games. And I've heard about parents also having fun in the game themselves, and in that way, the parents and the teachers now have a way to collaborate to use this game to help their children with something like mindfulness and emotional regulation. I know you, Yuan, enjoy playing with your son, and I assume that it is something you enjoy and can also use should you need it, as a motivation tool or something that you can teach your son when it comes to, or he can teach you, and just help them foster this communication and support system.
We learn a lot from them. So let's look at, just need to type something. Yep. Let's look at emotional regulation in Minecraft, go in a little bit deeper. And we're going to do it point by point, and then Magdalene is going to give feedback on each one of them. So let's first go into understanding your child's pace. So Minecraft education is not a race. It's more like a leisure walk where learners can explore and grow their own pace. And parents should appreciate this aspect, as it can help reduce academic stress, often imposed by rigid schedules.
Yes, so for Minecraft, something you can consider is when you monitor their progress inside a project, you can really get an appreciation for the way that they think and the pace that they are putting on their own building. Some learners are ones who stand back and they first just explore the world around them. Others start building immediately and they're ready and they go. So by just looking at and understanding how they do this in Minecraft can help you understand how your own child approaches their pace of work.
Then remember, in Minecraft, mistakes are not failures, but they are stepping stones to mastering new skills. So for me, this is a vital lesson for life and a perspective that parents can echo in real world parenting.
Exactly. So when your child makes a mistake in real life, there are real life consequences. When they make a mistake in Minecraft, it is something that can be fixed. So that is a great talking point for you and your child to discuss the value of learning from their errors so that they can both apply that not only in the game but also in real life itself.
Yeah, because it's also an emotional outlet for them because it's creative expression, but it also serves as a really emotional, healthy outlet. When they build or they mine, they can deal with feelings they might not even yet know how to articulate. And you, as a parent, can really help them to articulate these feelings, especially when they are disappointed or frustrated or just angry.
Exactly, and that's why it's also important that you as a parent really pays attention to what they're doing in Minecraft when you use that as a tool for you to help your child. Um, it can give you a window into the emotional world by giving you a chance to have that conversation with them to see where they are struggling, even if you can't help them, even if you don't know what to do, even if you have no idea what this block means, and they are going on about redstone and lines and what they have that conversation, give them that emotional outlet where they can share with you and really give you their point of view.
And then what is also important is that there's a lot of collaborative learning and emotional skills embedded, as we said, because it's not only about building blocks and building buildings, it's also about building social and emotional skills through collaboration, especially when they start interacting with other learners and teachers, and all of that happens online.
And the great thing that you as a parent can use Minecraft for is to help them understand the different roles when it comes to teamwork, and also discussing how you need to have empathy for your friends. They might struggle with something and they might be fearful or angry. And when you start looking at your team and understanding how you can assist your team, when you have that discussion with your child, they might be able to help someone else with that as well. And it's really important for effective communication. And as we all know, Pierre, sometimes the most awful fights happen between children because of miscommunication.
One of the features that I really like is this digital zen, the Minecraft garden. Sometimes you just don't have anything to keep your children busy, but this digital equivalent of doodling or knitting, it really engages the mind just enough to offer a break, but doesn't demand intense focus. So it's a real good break in between learning sessions, studying, focused activities, because this digital zen that they go into in Minecraft is really beneficial for their development.
Our learners and our children really need downtime when it comes to educational and academic and even sporting activities, just things going on around them. You can even join them in this gardening experience or in this relaxing, just to see them be in this relaxing state. It's exactly like Yuan says, they go into a zen, they go into a very focused, guided, aim-driven um, way of approaching what they're doing in that world. And by you joining in on it might actually help you also quiet down a little bit, get some downtime, and just enjoy having some time with your child.
Many children experience feelings that they don't have control over their lives or they don't have the confidence. And I think Minecraft is so incredible with this because it puts the reins of control in the hands of your child. So it gives them that sense of agency that really can counter feelings of helplessness and reduce stress levels and especially anxiety levels in a way that you don't have to do anything.
Yes, you don't have to be an expert in this game. You really do not. You can be the one to just encourage and observe and praise all of the accomplishments that they have. If you are interested and you are paying attention to what they are doing, and they can feel the confidence of showing you what they are doing, even if you don't understand it, just by being there for them really can help them take control of that anxiety and be able to openly and confidently share with you, and in the end also share with their friends and their teachers. No matter if it's in Minecraft itself, it can always then relate into real life situations, whether it might be personal, peer related, social related, or even academically related problems.
Many people complain that these games really create their children to be fugitive and they are busy and they can't calm down. So Minecraft can really help to serve as a digital form of mindfulness because this focused attention that's required to place each block or design really calms the mind. So if your child is worked up and you really want them just to be in the moment, to calm down and to apply mindfulness activities, Minecraft can really help a lot with that.
I love Minecraft for creativity and for creation. It's my favorite thing to do myself is when I have some downtime and I just want to relax. I usually go into Minecraft and I just start building. Um, my favorite thing to do is to start a new world, even if I don't finish it. Just by starting it and starting the creative process, it gives me an outlet to start just exploring again. And by that way, I also just go into that zenness and that relaxation and that kind of just, oh, this is so amazing that I just want to share that. And that is why this is such a powerful tool for you also to have that family build time where you and your child can really take on a building project and share the moment, share that practice, share the mindfulness and the relaxation while doing this and bringing the creativity to life. Have them build the backyard. Build your backyard in Minecraft. Build your house. Decorate the house inside and just have some fun.
We live in a world where details are not as important for children. They're used to swiping and quick things. So what I like about Minecraft is that they sometimes really need to do intricate planning and execution, whether it's crafting specific items or constructing elaborate buildings. They really encourage to pay close attention to details, and this is an ideal way to practice that skill.
So for the child who is very focused on it, on detail, and really can see even the smallest thing out of place, oh, this is such a great game for them to play. And also for you to be able to help them if there is something, they can't cope with because that little detail is not right. It is a game where you can help them self-regulate that as well. And then and that's why it's so important that you as a parent take note of these efforts that are putting into these games and the scenario. So if they've managed to construct a very complex building in Minecraft, specifically if they're using something like redstone, or they have an amazingly huge real life scale by scale representation of something real life in Minecraft, um, praise them and just you know be there for them so they can share that with you. I always tell the story about this one learner that was in my class, and he built the Garib Dam in scale in Minecraft. He had that attention to detail to be able to build the sluices at the right spacing. He had the angle of the dam wall exactly right. He even built the hydroelectrical plant as part of that build. It was absolutely amazing to see this child do that in Minecraft with the attention to every single little part of the real life object and translating that into a Minecraft or a digital world.
And then what is really amazing is that, and lots of research are done on this, is that you can transfer these skills that you acquire in Minecraft to help you with formal learning. And it's not just skills that you apply in this game, you can use it in formal learning.
Yes, so you can use all of this, the same level of concentration that they are using in the game and help them translate that into their schoolwork. You can even set up a specific system where they can earn time to play Minecraft through your study session. Use this as, I don't want to say reward system, but about a way, a way that you can motivate them to stay focused on a specific task for that time, because they know they will be able to have that game game time where they can have a little bit of Zen time to themselves, or even have some fun building time with their friends. And this is what brings us to game-based learning in the classroom. Game-based learning is such an amazing way of teaching and learning. It's an amazing teaching and learning method that teachers all over can use to really bring that translation of this is how you do it in a virtual world and how it can relate into their real life world.
And then our last slide for tonight is all about choices. What I like about Minecraft, it's not a game that you play linear from A to Z. It's an open-ended game. So that means your child is frequently placed in decision-making scenarios, whether deciding what to build, how to distribute your resources, or even how to strategize as part of a team. So these micro decisions can really go a long way in honing their ability to make sound choices.
So your child's gameplay experiences can be used as a conversation starter, not just about whatever they are doing at the moment, but specifically about what decisions they are making. If you can have this discussion about them, about the decisions they are making in Minecraft itself, and they can actually articulate what they are doing, you can translate this back again into real life situations. You can use this as an example where if they made a crucial decision in the game, to bring them back into the real world experience and have them understand that even though they see all of this, what's the word I'm looking for, they can go through this whole decision making process in the virtual world. You can have that and help them translate that into the real world, where they can also understand the consequences behind whatever decision they do make.
And what excites me a lot is that whatever they do in Minecraft isn't limited to this digital world. So you can, increase their understanding of the real world and real problems by solving it in Minecraft or working with it in Minecraft. So it bridges that real world to the digital world in an amazing way. It's not isolated only to the digital world.
Exactly. And that's where you as a parent can, with a more overview of what's happening in the game, even if you don't understand every specific instance, you can see the different ways that they are approaching their decision making and also problem solving. And you can really help your child improve on their decision making in the game, and then that can translate into real life scenarios, such as deciding how to prioritize homework or manage them time effectively. It is interesting to see how our esports athletes, and yes, they are athletes, participate in our build battles, and how they really work on regulating their time management, because they are working against the clock. They have a certain amount of time to build a specific theme, and they have to incorporate all of these different parts into the building. They have to make sure that they do keep to this time, and they have to solve all of the problems. They have to make all of those decisions, and they have to collaborate and talk to each other in that time frame to make sure that they do reach the goal that they have set at the beginning of the build. Oh, sorry.
That's it.
This is when you use a previous deck. Oh my goodness. Let me just get back to that. But Johan, I know you are also a fan of Minecraft, and I have a challenge for you. And you didn't know about this, but I'm going to give you a challenge. So in Minecraft, if I can just share my screen, and I would like to challenge whoever is, all the parents who are watching this webinar, whether you're watching it right now or you're watching it as a recording. So I don't know if your son has ever shown you, I don't know if this is sharing. Can you see? No, it's not sharing. Let me just get back. There we go. Daze. So in Minecraft, there is a challenge, and it's called a speed run,
Yeah.
right? Have you heard about that?
No, it's new to me.
Okay. So in Minecraft, the traditional Minecraft, it is where you have to reach the end of the game, and the end of the game you have to beat something called the Ender Dragon.
Mhm.
But there are so many achievements you have to go through. It's called different levels of achievement. And you have to reach all of those different levels before you can get, and you've got all the tools and you've gotten all the resources and you've got everything together that you need to beat the dragon. So
Mhm.
my challenge to you is to work with Lyle, should you want to,
Mhm.
but that the two of you work together and try and get to the Ender Dragon.
Oh, I will definitely do it with him. So how do I get to that, Magdalene?
So that's just a normal survival world. So you just have to go into a normal world. So how to do that is the following. You and your child are just going to create a new world. They will definitely know how to do this.
Yes.
You're going to be in survival mode and
Mm.
you are going to be on either easy or normal. So if you don't feel comfortable with a lot of zombies and skeletons running after you, you can play on easy. If you feel ready to take on this challenge, you can do it on hard, but just know that if you fall 4 blocks, you are dead.
What
We're
he
on E.
does is he will split the screen and then I will be on easy and he will be on hard.
You can try that as well because this is set into your own personal level of play. So, and then you just press play. And when that happens, you don't have to do anything else. Then Minecraft generates a world in any of the different biomes. So, just for the parents out there, a biome is different climate areas, whether it's a savanna, a jungle, a desert, the ocean, snowy biomes. You have then what we call the nether and the end. It's almost like the different levels, different areas where they have to play in. And you have things you have to achieve. You have to be able to build a sword so that you can get wool, so you can build a bed, so you can sleep at night. You have to be able to get some paper, so you can make all the different blocks. So when you are now in Minecraft, you will see those little hearts at the bottom. Now those little hearts means that that's how much life you have. So whenever you jump onto something very high or you fall in the water and you can't swim, then you will drown. So let me just show that. So if you go into the water and you go underwater, you will see you'll have some bubbles. And if you stay in the water too long, you will drown and then you will die and respawn and then you can go on again. But yeah, so the challenge is to get to the Ender Dragon, whether you have to respawn more than one time.
Get out of the water, Magdalene.
So you have to, get to a sheep to get some wool um to build your bed so you can sleep at night. So all the zombies and the skeletons don't chase you down. And I promise you that this is going to be the best task ever that you've did with your child. And your child is really going to enjoy and appreciate the time and the effort you put in to get to this challenge with them.
Sounds amazing. We're definitely going to try it. It sounds absolutely amazing.
Great. I'm glad to hear that.
Thank you, Magdalene. It was lovely talking to you, and I think it was a great evening.
Thank you, Juan. Same to you. If you are watching this as recording, fantastic. If you want to share this with your fellow parents as well, please do so, and we will also share this to all of our schools as well. Have a great evening, everybody. Goodbye.